Good afternoon. It is I, Sock Marionette, doing business as Bargain Counter Argument. I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara hosting a live stream, and I am joined by Blake.
Hello. Happy Canada Day for all my Canadian friends.
Happy Canada.
Yeah.
Happy Canada Day as well. Happy Canada Day as well from me. We actually have at least one bona fide Canadian here. We have Megan's Book Nook.
Awesome.
And she says, hello, I'm so happy to finally be able to join now that school is done. Happy Canada Day. Woohoo! Leave. We're hot and everyone is staying inside.
Yes.
Can relate. Emily Lost in the library says, hi all, happy Canada Day to all our Canadian friends. There, I said it correctly. And Kristen is in the comments today. She says, happy Canada Day. And Emily says, hello, specifically to you, Blake. So I think there might be some people here who haven't been here before or joining to watch it back later, in which case, hello, welcome. Sarah, who might be joining us, I know I sent her the link. Hopefully she'll be here. She posted something on her YouTube channel that she was going to be here, and she encouraged people to subscribe to me, and based on my numbers count, a couple of them did. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy yourselves here, and you don't immediately are not like, yeah, I don't know about any of this. So this is reading productivity and napping sprints, depending on what your needs may be. And just as a reminder for people who haven't been here for a while or haven't been here in Nota bene for people. Alicia's here. It is Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody.
Do you know Blake?
I don't know. Hi.
Hi.
This is Blake of Blake Arts Books.
We have friends in common, but I don't think we've ever had conversation.
I don't think you're probably right. Yeah, that sounds right.
I think we've talked via like someone else's sprints, but that's basically it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, probably. That sounds right.
So anyway, I was just explaining to people Happy Canada Day. And I was just about to explain about the 10 minutes of yuck, because we might have some new people or some people who haven't been here in a while. 10 minutes of yuck. My first sprint is 10 minutes long, and the idea is to just do something that you wouldn't want to do for more than 10 minutes. Maybe return phone calls or answer a couple of emails or go out to the mailbox and get the tax bill that's supposed to be in there today from your city because they finally settled on a budget. I mean, that's a hyper-specific example. And clean the bathroom or just hang out and read, whatever you want to do for 10 minutes or don't want to do, but only, for 10 minutes. Yeah. And Emily says, Blake, I got Soul Searching by Lila Sage from the library yesterday for your summer ween read along. Have you read that one yet?
Not yet.
I read it.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did. It was very good.
Okay, good. There's a new one. There's a second one coming out soon, so I need to read it.
I buddy read it with Aina of Aina's Book Nook, who may be joining us later. I sent her an invitation, and she wasn't sure because it's her shopping day, so she might be too busy with that. But I did enjoy it, Emily. So yeah, and Danielle Dodson is reading Christmas in July by Kelsey Humphreys. It is a NetGalley. Nice. Let us know how that goes. Emily says, good to know, Sock. Thanks. It looks good. It'll be my first Lila Sage, though. I started to read the first book in her cowboy romance series, Western romance series, and I read it and I liked the main couple. I actually read it all the way through. Yeah, I liked it well enough. I liked the main couple, but the brother was like a psycho. Mm-hmm. He was just like, it was like, I'm sorry, do you have feelings for your sister? Because this is way, way, way over the top. And then when I found out that the next book was going to be his, I was like, I am not sure that he will have received the necessary therapy between these two books to be a decent romantic partner for someone. So I noped out of that series. But when I found Soul Searching, I found it at a Marshall's, and I found it, I got 2 copies because it wasn't very expensive, and I sent one to Aina, And then we ended up reading because she had been asking about Lila Sage. I was like, I found it. I was like, really not very expensive at all. So I sent one to her and we read it together and we both really liked it. So
yeah, I read all of the Done and Dusted series except the last one. I had the last one to read, and I really liked the whole series. So
yes,
I think I will.
it was that first book. The brother just really put me off. And when I was like, oh, the next book is going to be his, he needs serious amounts of therapy and probably to go and join an uncontacted people in the Amazon rainforest where he can't possibly be related to any of them, biologically speaking.
That's fair.
And maybe try to find happiness there because he's not a good partner. And Megan says currently reading The Last Lady B and enjoying it. This is the Eloise James, I believe, her latest. Also working on my reading journal for July spreads, which reminds me, I should get my reading journal during the 10 minutes of yuck because I actually did a full entry for soul searching.
Ooh,
so,
okay, yeah,
I want to show it off. Anita's here. Anita. She says, hi, hey everyone. I am at an appointment, but we'll be on later. I am hitting the like button. Oh, thank you for doing that. Thank you. Of course, now on YouTube, you can't even see how many likes you have. So
you can't?
You have to go to the video itself.
They did something really weird where you can't look at it on your like analytics.
Got it.
Yeah, you know, when you look at your page, it says these are your videos or lives or shorts or whatever. They'll tell you how many comments there are, how many views there were, but you really have to go digging to find your likes. And even then, you can't find the raw number. It just tells you what percentage of people, like what percentage of reactions were likes. Yeah. And it's like, this is not particularly helpful. Thank you so much. Or no thanks. Okay, well, anyway, 10 minutes of yuck. Hopefully, Sarah will be joining us because I have a little thing about Canada Day, and she may be able to add some insight to what I found. So 10 minutes of yuck. I'm going to go, I don't know if I'm actually going to go out to the mailbox because it's really hot out. I think we're under like an extreme heat advisory.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees here.
Huh?
It's 100 degrees here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hot. Megan was saying it's too hot to go out frolicking and enjoying Canada Day on the day itself because it's just hot. And I want to be where there's air conditioning. I am actually going to tidy up my closet because it's kind of a mess right now. And I was like, earlier I was going to tidy it. And I was like, no, save it for the 10 minutes of yuck. That's what it's for.
It still counts.
Okay, so 10 minutes of yuck. So we're going until 18 minutes past the hour. Let's see, banners. Edit like a well-oiled machine that has to like repeat everything to myself.
Fine.
Show. I did it. Yay. So I will see you all in 10 minutes.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hello. How was your
Hi. Just FYI, you forgot to mute yourself.
me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
We heard it all. We heard
All of my
everything.
chat.
I don't know, because I was in the other room. I just,
Oh, okay.
I came back and I was getting settled in, and then I heard the sound of something hitting the desk.
Oh, I don't think
And
it
I
was
was like,
me.
oh.
I
So
mean,
I
I muted myself, but I was muted for a while, and I just at like 1:18, I unmuted myself because I thought we were coming back. So I had
We
just
are. Well, according to my clock, we are.
because I had myself muted, so I sent myself a voice memo, but
Okay,
I don't think
speaking of shenanigans with co-hosts, Sarah is here, and I'm waiting for her to give me the wave that indicates she's ready to be added to stage. Okay, she's giving me the thumbs up, which in some places that means something else.
Right.
Hi, Sarah. You want to say hello to the people?
Hello. Just want to take myself off of mute so I didn't come on and you didn't hear me yelling at Missy. Hello, all.
Hello, happy Canada Day.
Canada Day. Stormy's in the comments, and she says, "Hey, everyone. I have some facts about Canada Day. Canada Day,
Probably more than I know.
Huh?
Probably more than I know.
And I thought I would wait until you were here because, just in case you want to do a little fact checking. And Megan's saying hello, fellow Canadian Megan. Canadian. Okay, now Canada Day commemorates the day in 1873 when Lord Halifax presented Queen Victoria with a Nanaimo bar the size of Lake Louise, and this was in order to commemorate Prince Edward for awarding himself the first Lady Byng Trophy. And in the background, Leonard Cohen and the Lovin' Spoonful were singing Northwest Passage. Meanwhile, Margaret Atwood beat Robertson Davis 4-3 in a best of 5 log rolling contest on the Bay of Fundy, while Chester Arthur waved to them from the U.S. side of the Rainbow Bridge across Niagara Falls. I think I have the particulars in order.
Sure, we'll go with it.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I was in Nanaimo last year visiting a friend.
Was it pretty?
Gorgeous.
I've been to Vancouver
I did not want to come back. I was like, can I just move here?
Right.
I've been to Vancouver Island, but not Nanaimo. I've been to Victoria and the Butchart Gardens and back, up there and back again. But I was just there for an afternoon. Oh, and I did take a tour, a really fun tour of the BC provincial parliament. So
nice.
it was, and we saw the octopus garden, and it was great. Megan says, "LOL, false."
Yeah, just a little, Megan?
She's like, it wasn't Chester Arthur, it was Grover Cleveland, and you know it. Okay.
Now we're talking American presidents.
Well, I'm talking about who was waving across the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh yes, very true.
I want to get back to, I haven't done this in a few weeks. I got some goofing on covers to do.
Yay!
However, I have already picked my book for the day because it turned out I did not have as many Canadian writers available to me. So I just went with the, at least in category romance. So I went with the one who wrote a book that I really, really enjoyed when I read it for Christmas in June last week. Danny Collins. And this is His Highness's Hidden Heir. A shotgun wedding. The palace altar. Former Wild Child actress Lexi's mission to reclaim her career at a gala is thwarted when she's found by her stalker, sending her straight into the protective arms of irresistible Prince Magnus. That's a promising name. They succumb to a single night of scalding pleasure. When a positive pregnancy test changes Lexi's plans, she knows Magnus can't be tied to her scandalous reputation, however safe he made her feel. But after Magnus discovers her secret, his coldly pragmatic solution blindsides her, and newlywed Princess Lexi is left wondering if her royal husband even remembers their explosive encounter. He might be ticked about the secret baby thing. Did she ever think of that?
You didn't have to show me the cover. All you do is read the back, and I'm like, that's a presents novel.
Yeah.
Yes, it's what Kristen calls the Dancing with the Stars style cover.
I really have come to love those covers.
I like that.
I really like those covers.
I have to show you, speaking of covers, I just got this in the mail from my one of the publicists. It's the new BK Borison that's coming out in October, but it doesn't. So, like, she's supposed to have a man here, right? They're supposed to be like her partner, and it's an empty. It's not a finished cover. It looks crazy.
That's creepy.
That's weird.
So yeah, but
given that it's kind of like a follow up to what was it, Good Tidings or Glad Tidings?
Good
I mean, it's like some kind of ghost thing. I kind of think.
It's a Grim Reaper, but yeah, it'll be interesting. So, and I have Sherry LaPena's new one for Canada.
Nice.
She's Canadian, so yeah, happy Canada Day.
Okay,
I really like Sherry
now in terms of goofing on covers. Since I didn't have enough Canadian writers available to me in category romance to really have, the elimination rounds and all of that, so that you guys could help me pick my read for today. Instead, I grabbed all of my Candlelight Ecstasy romance novels, at least the ones that are downstairs, because I have a lot of books, but they're up in the attic and it's very hot today, so I wasn't going to go up there. These have summary type covers, because I believe the retro romance readathon, isn't that the prompt, Stormy? And Stormy, if she's still here,
It's because I'm co-hosting it with her. It is like sunrise and sunset are the official.
Oh, okay, I thought it was more general than that.
But we allow, because Stormy and I are not the police of anybody. So, we have like basically a nice bright summary cover, like sunny cover, and then like a darker nighttime cover.
Some of these actually do have sunrises on them, but I just grabbed them and shoved them in a bag, and maybe people can help me pick my retro romance readathon book.
Yes.
And I can goof on the covers, because I am not above going for the cheap laugh. And Gwen is here. Hi, Gwen. And she says, I'm reading A Deadly Episode by Anthony Horowitz as part of the Hawthorne and Horowitz series. Nice. Earlier today, I finished The Killer Question by Janice Hallett.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you like it?
I love Janice Hallett.
Yes, I enjoyed it. I thought that it got a little draggy in parts, but I liked it. Gave it 4 stars, that kind of thing. Stormy says, bright colors, dark colors would be the easy way to do it. LOL. Well, that really... Okay. Well, I was working off of imperfect information, so I will start sharing covers.
Before you do, I just want to say, like, if you want to do bright covers, you could also do that for my readathon.
Yes, tell the people about your readathon, please.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing Summerween. It runs all summer long. In July, our prompts are read a thriller, or you could do both. Read a thriller is the spooky prompt, and read a book with a colorful or bright cover is the summer prompt. So if it's even if it's a retro romance, it's got a bright cover, you are participating in Summerween. So,
and if you want to triple up, if that bright colored retro romance just happens to take place at Christmas time, now we're getting Christmas in July.
Yeah,
I'm in
as well. Yeah,
I do Christmas. I do Christmas in July. I will be doing that on the 25th. But I mean, I do Christmas in every month.
Yeah,
right. But some people actually do Christmas in July. That's like an established thing.
Well, we're doing it. Fiona and I we're co-hosting a readathon.
Nice. Yeah. So, and Kristen says, yes, Summerween. And then she adds all the things.
Right?
Yes. Okay, so I will start us off before we do our first longer sprint. I actually have a book with summer in the title. Ooh. It's called Summer Fling. Nice. And it's by Natalie Stone. It is Candlelight Ecstasy. These are all Candlelight Ecstasy romances. It's number 288 from 1984. It is by Natalie Stone.
I love those old covers.
Ooh.
But the copyright is to 2 people, Sally Goldenbaum and Adrienne Staff. So, and it has 2 dedications, one from each of them. Oh, Emily says, I basically want to celebrate anything but it being hot outside.
Yes.
Yes,
second
very
that.
much so.
Yeah.
And Megan says, oh, I thought Summerween was just celebrating Halloween spooky books in summer. I like that you have 2 different prompts, one for summer and one for spooky.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was like a readathon that everybody could participate and it was like super easy. It's just to get something fun and celebrate something for the summer. So
nice.
I love it.
And then Megan says to Emily, LOL, amen to that. I third that emotion because it's very hot here. Anyway.
I would really like it to snow tomorrow if that could happen.
That would be
Excuse me?
lovely.
I
What
would
was
really
that?
like it to snow tomorrow.
To know what tomorrow?
Snow.
Snow.
Oh, snow. Yes, yes. I think you might have to go to the Southern Hemisphere for that, though.
True.
He was charming, disarming, a man of many talents and a million contradictions. In short, irresistible. Yet resist she must. I feel like I've seen that in a lot of summaries. Reckless once she'd learned her lesson hard. She'd learned her hard lesson. Oh, get the kids out of the room. Okay. Only prudence and forethought had made Margot Burke's life all that she wanted it to be. She'd come home to Port Forest on the rugged Oregon coast to open her dental practice. She's a dentist? Say no more. And raise her 5-year-old daughter. Single parent dentist. Nick Jordan, child TV star grown into a handsome young playwright, was as capricious as a summer breeze. A summer drop-in. He'd be here today, gone tomorrow, but he might get his teeth cleaned in the meantime.
Probably.
Maybe that's not what they mean by drop-in. I was thinking like drop-in dental appointment, but whatever. He could delight her with kisses, dazzle her with poetry and promises, but where would he be when the cold winds blew, when she was winter-bound, alone, with only the memories of a summer fling? Okay, so that's the first contender. And now Megan says to you, Sarah, don't you dare summon snow, because it will happen.
I just want it not to feel like I'm going to melt the minute I go outside.
Yes, that would be nice. It was too cold, now too hot or humid. We can't win. Oh, yesterday we got a new sink installed. It was very exciting.
Oh.
We had gone to Home Depot, we had bickered over sinks, and then we brought it home, and then we just left it in Mom Marionette's car because we were like, the plumber can take care of that. And he did, except that he told us that our old faucet wouldn't work with the new sink. So we picked out a new faucet. We carefully wrote down all the information. I trundled off to Home Depot to get it. I came home. My mom greets me at the back door and she says, you didn't have your phone on, did you? And I'm like, even if I did, what would I have done? I don't answer the phone while I'm driving. It's just not safe. And she's like, well, it turns out that there was a faucet that came with the sink that was in the bottom of the box. So now the faucet I bought yesterday is sitting on the back table by the back door with its receipt waiting for me to take it back. But I did this while it was kind of hot. And then we have, this is like, now you can tell me, this one has bright colors. It's called Something Wild and Free by Helen Conrad.
Okay.
So her shirt's very bright, plus she's got like a sunset in the background. And this is number 413, and it is from 1986. Skydiving was the most exhilarating way she knew to stop thinking and feeling, especially if you don't open your parachute. Faced with this breathtaking challenge, Jennifer Thornton could forget her estranged parents and her brother's death. Until Reed Carrington, somebody's been watching Dynasty, until Reed Carrington appeared out of the blue. In 7 years, the boy next door had become a man she hardly recognized. His dark magnetic power turned her insides to jelly and her heart into a jackhammer. It sounds stressful. She longed to lose. I mean, why does she need to go skydiving if she gets those kinds of adrenaline reactions around somebody on the ground? Right. She longed to lose herself in his arms, yet he seemed strangely distant, intent on returning her safely to her parents in La Jolla. She could never tell Reed the truth or make him understand why she could never go back. Was she about to lose her dream boy next door again, now that the flesh and blood man was so close? Sounds more like a short story than a full-fledged novel, but whatever.
Agreed.
So between these two, which advances to the next round?
Oh, the dentist.
Yes.
Yeah, the dentist, I'm curious
Dentist.
about.
Okay. Guess what? You don't have a parachute now.
I cringe whenever she does that.
It landed on a couch. It landed on a couch next
Fair
to some
enough.
Raggedy Ann dolls, so
enough.
it's fine.
It's safe.
It's when you hear a loud thump that you're like, oh, she really. I wouldn't do that to a book. I may well read and enjoy later.
Right.
Next, we have by someone rejoicing in the name of Harper McBride, Gentleman in Paradise. Now, this is actually, it's a reissue of number 10, copyright 1981 by somebody whose name is not Harper McBride. And it has bright colors.
Ooh.
We might have talked about this one before. I'm not sure. Buffy Valentine, that's also a name, had just won a sensational victory at the Bahamas Invitational Tennis Tournament. But from the moment she had stepped off the court in triumph, nothing had gone right. And now here she was, marooned on a luxurious private island with Max Shepard. Max, who set her blood racing. Max, who treated her like a silly child. Had his sophistication, his good looks, his commanding presence made her lose her senses? Did he love her, or had passion sent her spinning wildly out of control? Yeah, I think we talked about this one before, and I was like, a private island where he treats people like children.
That's right.
Yes, it's like, this is giving me current events vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That one's got to go.
Accurate. Yeah. That's
You think I should just go ahead and sail it?
Yeah. That gives me the creep vibe. Bye.
Yeah.
Did you hear the thump?
No.
There was a loud thump because that one actually hit the wall.
Oh, fun.
Sarah's like, to encourage her.
It's fine. It's fine, Sarah. It's fine.
Okay, now this does not have bright colors as such, sort of, kind of, not exactly, but people are wearing swimsuits and they're frolicking in the surf. A Season for Love by Heather Graham.
Hey,
we look at Heather Graham.
I'm going to vote on that one right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's
You're
just
gonna vote?
I have that one.
Yes.
How are you going to vote on this one right away? Oh,
Thumbs
okay.
up. We like it.
Okay, so the other one loses because, for obvious reasons, and this one automatically wins. Do you want me to even read the summary or just put it in the win pile?
Just put it in the win pile.
Put it
Heather
in the
Graham.
win pile.
And in there,
Okay.
and it sounds fun.
It will advance to the next round. If we need a tiebreaker or something.
Yes.
Stormy is like, she's giving a nice smile for Heather Graham. And then we have, okay, this has a sunset situation. I think it's a sunset rather than a sunrise based on how they're dressed. It's called A Classic Love, and it is by Joe Calloway.
Ooh. Isn't that a Fiddler on the Roof song?
A Classic Love?
No, Fiddler or Sunrise Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that is from Fiddler on the Roof. 1984. I was like, there's Matchmaker. I don't know what that is. Matchmaker. Okay. A Classic Love by Joe Calloway. Kasha Lockridge. Dr. Lockridge, marriage counselor. That sounds like a TV show. Had good reason to be alarmed. A perfect stranger had walked into her office, proclaimed her the perfect woman, announced that he loved her, and vowed to marry her. Was he mad? Obviously, Jeff Bannerman, clear-eyed, lean, and undeniably handsome as he was a case for treatment, not for consideration. Yes, that's where the story should end. That should be the end of it. Kasha's training had taught her that love at first sight was hopelessly immature. Day after day, he reappeared to repeat his absurd declarations of love. Day by day, she was becoming less dispassionate. You know, you can get a restraining order. You can do that. You could at least try. Kissed by stolen kiss, she was becoming more outrageously aroused. No, she wasn't. It's fear. It's a fear response that it's a misattribution of arousal is the specific fancy term for that.
Oh.
How long would it be before she surrendered to his fantasies and delusions? Was he insane or possibly right? Don't validate the patient's delusions. A Classic Love. Classic in all the wrong ways. More swimsuits. Are we ready for the swimsuits?
Ooh, yes.
I think he might be wearing a Speedo.
No.
That's very European of him.
This one is called Loving Exile, which is what should have happened to this dude. Without the loving part. by Eleanor Woods, and it is number 141, copyright 1983. And here they are in their swimsuits. Again, frolicking in the waves.
Oh.
He is not wearing board shorts.
Mm-mm.
No, he is not. He is wearing something else.
Revenge. All through the bitter divorce, through her brief second marriage, and the long, lonely months of her pregnancy. Second chance? Secret baby? All of my favorite things that I don't like. Okay. Samantha had ached for it. Ached for what? Oh, revenge. Sorry. I was. She had wanted Greg Howland. Oh, Greg. To pay for his jealousy for having thought her an unfaithful wife. But when she returned to New Orleans with her little daughter and resumed her career as one of the city's leading interior decorators, Sam softened. Still, she longed to let Greg know just how wrong he'd been. And now that he was here and she was in his arms, Sam knew that 3 years of exile had failed to extinguish the heat of their passion. She wanted neither revenge nor explanations. She wanted only his love, and she wanted it desperately. I'm inclined that these both go sailing across the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I have a personal one for the other one because my partner's name is Greg, so that's weird.
Ooh, yeah, that's no fun.
You don't hear Greg in romances as often anymore.
Same as my husband's name. Occasionally, it'll once in a while, I think a couple of Harlequins have had it, and I'm like, it's just weird.
It's weird. I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm like, no. I'm like, what's her name and why is she with you?
Whereas you're reading a book with it where the female main character is named Sarah, and you're like, sounds legit to me.
Right? She seems delightful.
Okay, and then we have, this is number 400. Ooh, nice even number. Ooh, it has very friendly looking font, very easy to read. From 1986, Anna Hudson, Jeweled Skies, Shimmering Sands. Very tropical. And that is her hair.
Oh.
She has a massive braid that, to be honest, quite realistically, is like darker than the hair on her head.
Yeah. You know, I mean, sun
She
bleach.
just needs to spend more time out in the sun.
Right.
And then the braid will get to that color too.
It'll even out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his braid.
Oof. Pass.
That's a hard
Survival expert. Ooh, what? What was that?
I said ooh, pass when you said it was his braid.
Oh, especially since it's not coming out of the back of his
Yeah,
head. It's coming from
absolutely
up. Yeah.
Next. No, I'm kidding.
Survival expert Vivian Cheney was interested in selling copies of her books, but this time her literary agent had gone too far. Vivian always knew that David McMahon was arrogant, hard-headed, and penny pinching, not penny pitching. He's like playing playground games, but no. Penny pinching, but she wasn't aware he was also insane. See, he goes into this dentist's office in Oregon. Okay. Oh, no, she was a marriage counselor. The dentist's office, he was a former child TV actor. No red flags there. Okay. Allowing herself to be quote unquote kidnapped and carried off to a remote Caribbean island as a publicity stunt was going to extremes. She was determined that her insufferable agent would suffer right along with her. But when her vengeful scheme backfired and she found herself stranded with David in a tropical paradise, she knew she was about to undergo her most challenging endurance test yet. Faced with a ruggedly handsome New Yorker with a weakness for blondes and an uncanny talent for seduction, Vivian realized that surviving the elements was suddenly secondary. Well, it sounds like she maybe has all the cards in this situation, though, because she knows which mushrooms are poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, Deep in the Heart. Just mentally adding of Texas to every single sentence that I'm doing.
Yeah.
By Donna Kimmel Vitek. I remember reading something by her. I think it was a silhouette. Not what do they call them? Not silhouette. Were they super romances, Sarah? The ones with the purple covers?
Special edition.
Special edition. Silhouette special edition. I read something by her in high school, but I don't remember whether or not I liked it. Plus, that was 40 years
5
ago.
years ago?
Huh?
5 years ago?
40 years ago when I was in high school.
I said 5. I was trying to be nice.
Mine was only 20.
1985. Yours was only 20.
20 years ago, yeah.
Mine was 30 this year.
I was born in
Mine
89.
is 48. No, not 48. 38. It's 38. I graduated in 1988, 38 years ago.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I did the
graduated in
math
90.
correctly.
Yeah, because I'm
96.
37 and I was born in 89. So yes, you did.
I'm old
I was
enough to be
08.
your mom.
I said that to one of the girls at work. She's like, not really. You would have only been 20 some. I said, like, if I was promiscuous, I would.
Right.
I mean, it was physiologically possible.
It was.
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, so deep in the heart of Texas,
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
having Jace Austin of Texas as her neighbor was one thing. Having him as her lover was another. A mistake from one who knows. It wasn't that sparks didn't fly. Clearly, the chemistry was perfect deep in the heart of Texas. It wasn't that Leah Bancroft, the fiercely independent Fort Worth photographer, and the handsome rancher didn't see eye to eye in Texas. Native Texans, they were in perfect agreement on everything except love. An impulsive marriage to a Las Vegas showgirl had made Jace wary of love. I think it would have made him wary of impulsive marriages or possibly of showgirls, but yet his sensuous touch and marauding kisses. He's like, prepare to repel boarders, and he sticks his tongue out, and she's like, okay. Urged Lee to throw caution to the winds. How long could Lee fight the passions Jace aroused? Afraid his almost ex would change her mind and return. How could she surrender, knowing that she wanted Jace forever, while he wanted nothing more than a casual affair? So, that versus survival on a desert island with her arrogant literary agent. Which one advances to
I'm
the
getting
middle?
Laura Croft vibes by like
The first
I don't know,
one,
the
yeah.
first one?
Wait, the first one?
Yeah. Yeah. The one with
Okay.
the braid.
Okay.
Yeah.
But deep in the heart, I am not going to throw it on the floor. I'm going to toss it gently over to the opposite couch,
There you
Okay.
go.
where the Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls can read it
Yeah. They need a little.
and report back. 2 more, and then we'll go into a lengthy sprint.
Oh, okay.
So let's make it count. Okay, this cover is slightly damaged. Oh, this is a writer, and I wasn't sure. I was hoping Sarah could tell me. Is Lillian Cheatham, is she Canadian?
I want to say yes.
I think so, because I couldn't find out information either way about her. But I think she did Mills and Boon and stuff, and usually that was at a time when they weren't really taking non-Commonwealth writers.
Right. Yeah, I think you're
So I think she was Canadian. The cover's slightly damaged. It's called The Shadowed Reunion. And I don't know if she's wearing a swimsuit or a leotard, but he has no shirt. So I'm going to go with swimsuit.
Probably safe.
The Shadowed Reunion by Lillian Cheatham. Oh, she was mean-minded, possessive, Katie told herself ashamedly, and scared. When 4-year-old Kim learned that Sasha Kimberly was his real father and threw his arms around Sasha's neck, she felt a knife thrust of jealousy and fear. It wasn't fair. Katie had come to Hawaii, made a new life for herself. Her little crafts shop was her pride and joy. Once she had begged for Sasha's kisses, but he had betrayed her. Once she had left him, could she stem the tide of passion that rose to meet his as he kissed her, stripping away her inhibitions as skillfully and swiftly as his sudden presence stripped away the years? Shadowed Reunion. Deep in the heart of Texas. Okay. And then this one, yes. I think this is summary. It's called Winds of Heaven. It's by Karen Wittenberg. She's wearing something that may or may not be a bathing suit. He's not wearing a shirt. I don't know. There's a little, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a horse in a picture in the background.
Why is there a horse?
In
In a picture? Or
Why is there ever a horse?
is he in a picture or is he like there?
He's in a picture, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah, he's in a picture.
Oh, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, he's not part of their,
Right.
liaison.
Right.
The trip to Santa Fe was Kylie Richards' maiden voyage as an independent businesswoman. Already she'd run aground. Abandoned at the airport, her first problem was the handsome fellow traveler who swept her off her feet and into town. Nick Braden was Southwest Textile's troubleshooter. He'd meant to fire Kylie before her management seminars created a stir. She challenged him at every turn until he couldn't let her go. What began as business too soon became forbidden pleasure. That's like that thing that you like go to the Japanese restaurant and you order forbidden pleasure. It's like that fugu. It's that fugu. It's like the thing that's like technically illegal to serve because you could die from it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forbidden culinary pleasure.
Or a drink, like a summer drink.
Forbidden pleasure. Featuring absinthe.
Yes.
And something the bartender whipped up in his bathtub. Okay, what began as business too soon became forbidden pleasure. But how could Kylie prove herself professionally if she was so ready to throw caution to the wind? How could her fledgling business take off if she couldn't manage her own desires, her own wayward heart? Kylie, it takes two to tango, he's kind of, yeah. He's heading on coworkers or this, I guess she's probably a consultant he hired or something. Anyway, So do we want this shadowed reunion or Winds of Heaven?
Shadow reunion.
Agreed.
I third that one.
Okay. I may end up having to use reader's veto on that.
That's fair.
Yep. But I mean, we already have 4 that have made it into the next round and a bunch more to look at during the next break from sprinting. So let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's 50 minutes past the hour. So let's go until half past the hour. So that's a 40-minute sprint.
Okay.
Okay. And I need to change the banner. Let's show that thing. Yeah, I just changed you. Why did you not?
It's too hot.
Yeah, there we go. I don't know why. It's too darn hot, indeed. Okay, so I'm going to get started on His Highness's Hidden Air by Danny Collins. And I will see you all in about 40 minutes.
Sounds good.
And we're back. How'd everybody do? Oh, okay. Yeah, Blake, how'd you do?
Pretty good. I'm working on this diamond painting and listening to an audiobook. It's a little Aperol spritz. It's like a double, there's like a 2 canvases. So it's this one and that's the canvas. Oh, it's this one. And they're from Michael's and they just kind of go together. So yeah, well,
I think the color's off on my monitor because the Aperol Spritz looks more like a bottle of ketchup.
I mean, you're not wrong. It kind of looks like a bottle of ketchup. So, I mean, if it was just that bottle, you could say it was ketchup, but there is some like
there's context.
Yes.
There's additional context to give it the artistic statement you're looking for.
Correct. But with that, I have to take Bernard to the VET. So I need to get ready to go do that. So I want to since we're stopped at a good point, I just want to I'm going to hop off, but
okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining. And if we're still here when you get back, I don't know.
I don't know how long this VET appointment will go. I have to
Good luck
because he is in the room and he knows the word.
So. Right. Well, you don't want to mention the Glockenspiel in front of the spill nuts.
Correct. Mm-hmm. So I will see you guys later. Happy Canada Day. Happy Wednesday. And I will see you guys later.
Yeah, I hope it's a good trip to Glockenspiel.
Thank you. Me too. We'll see.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
How about you, Birdie? What you been up to?
I read 5 chapters of Jade City.
Nice.
I fell behind in a buddy read, so I'm trying to catch up.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Sarah?
I am, for my Canadian read for today, I am now about 20% of the way through Drop Dead by Lily Chu. Can't see the cover very well. She's a Canadian author. It takes place in Toronto.
I love Lily Chu.
I know, me too. The comeback I really enjoyed. So
yeah.
I'm enjoying this one. How'd you do?
I'm on page 90 of His Highness's Hidden Air, and it's oh my gosh, so much messiness. Love it. Well, for one thing, she loses her bodyguard fairly early in the story because he's not very good. In fact, he's got food poisoning, and she's like, yeah, he wasn't a very good bodyguard to begin with because who in the heck eats a shrimp croissant off of a food truck?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she got together with Prince, and he's just now learning that she's expecting. It turns out that she actually did try to talk to him about it, and he just kept brushing her off. So,
That'll do it.
Okay, now let's see what people are talking about in the comments. Let's see. Yep. I'm not good at this. I keep accidentally closing the comments window. Anita is back, and she says, hello, hope everyone is having a great day today. I'm continuing to read Lovers at Heart Reimagined by Melissa Foster and The Reflection Room by Cindy Kirk. Nice. You could read a page from each and just alternate that way. That would be, for me, that would be a very confusing reading experience. Maury is here and she says, hello, everyone, having some lunch and joining a bit late. Happy Wednesday. We actually, one of the books that we were doing the comparing Candlelight Ecstasy romances 2 at a time to help me pick my next read. And one of them takes place in your neck of the woods. And Anita said she read a chapter in Lovers at Heart Reimagined. Nice. And Megan is saying, hey to Maury. And that she continued to work on my reading journal. Oh, I forgot to fetch the reading journal so I could show you the page from Soul Searching. Maury saying, hey to Megan. Emily says, I can't wait to see your spread, Megan. Yes, yeah. And Anita says, Blake, I think it's cute. I hope your Bernard's appointment goes well. Well, she's gone now. But yes, hopefully the Glockenspiel goes well for the Spillnuts. And Ellie says, I have been working. It's bill day at work, so lots to do.
Mhm.
And, okay, and Maurice says, Sarah, what does your shirt say below I rescue books?
I rescue books trapped in the bookstore. I'm not a hoarder, I'm a hero.
I love
You
that.
are.
I
We
need
all
one in
salute
every
your
color.
service. What was that, Bertie?
I need one in every color.
Well, we all salute your service. And Gwen wants to know, what nationality is this prince? Well, it's a modern story. So he is a prince of a fictitious nation that is definitely not Iceland, because Iceland's not a monarchy. But it's called Islif or Islif, and it's somewhere in the North Atlantic between Denmark and Greenland. Definitely not Iceland.
Right?
I think it also has trees, but I need one, says Maury. Yes. I think you can get books, whatchamacallits, bumper stickers like that from Book Barn in Niantic. Well,
That would be
elsewhere
awesome.
too. Okay, so that's she has a bad reputation right now because she's been involved in various lawsuits that had really not her fault. And also her management team is headed up by her half brother. Both the main characters in this book are from illegitimate liaisons. So, like, his father, he did not know that the man he called father wasn't his actual biological father until he, like, basically almost got kidnapped. And they did a DNA test, and they're like, yes, you are the illegitimate heir of the king of not Iceland. And the problem is that his half-sister, who's much older, she's like 20 years older than he is, she's the queen, and she can't have children, which is like, she bumps her out more on a personal level than it does in terms of dynasticism. She doesn't necessarily want a baby to be her heir. I mean, yes, she knows that that's a necessary thing, but she and her husband really want to have a baby. And it's not happening for them. So there's pressure on him to find and marry a suitable woman and have a child. Meanwhile, her father was married to another woman, had an affair with her mother, and so her half brother runs the agency that represents her, but he has a lot of resentment. He framed her for a drugs charge when she was about to get a big role in a superhero movie, so she was dropped. She went to rehab for like a year for something she wasn't even doing, and she's like, ever since then, she doesn't even bother with booze. She's like, it's just, she met too many people who did have problems with substances, and she's like, I'm just staying away from the whole thing. Anyway, and so it turns out her brother is just like totally crooked. So, yeah, it's a good time. It's messy, but a good time. And let's see. And I love that t-shirt, Sarah, his father. Disregard his father, she says. Okay, I love that t-shirt, Sarah, and she says, disregard that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Emily is saying hi to Maury, and Maury is saying hi back to Emily. So that's where I am in this one. So not quite halfway through, but close. Are we ready to do more head-to-head comparisons? Absolutely. So you can help me pick my next. Okay. Now your power has been increased because Blake left us. Mm-hmm. We got to have a villain, says Gwen. Yeah, her brother is just kind of like, it's more like, well, she had hoped to have a good relationship with him, and she's like, well, I guess that's not going to happen now. So really, at this point, the villain is the circumstances. Okay, and now we have, this has some bright colors. It's got a sunrise or a sunset. I'm not really sure. We can ask the cast of Fiddler on the Roof. This is A Stroke of Genius by Helen Conrad. These covers are so shiny, it's hard to get a...
That's very 80s hair.
Huh?
That's very, like, 80s hair.
Right?
It looks like my mom's high school photo.
This is number 386, and it is indeed copyright 1985. Yes. I like how it's high even though she's leaning back. So It's got volume even without gravity. You know. Mimi Markham had found a haven of peace and quiet at Cypress Resort, the artist's colony on the California coast. She'd come to work on her sculpture, hidden away from the world. Then composer Jeffrey Lane moved in next door. The grand piano wasn't the only problem. From his impudent smile, I almost said impudent. His impudent smile, to his broad-shouldered build, he exuded a dangerous sensuality that lured Mimi irresistibly. She knew she'd have to endure the intrusion of his music day and night, but she never dreamed the tender, seductive sounds would become a siren song to her senses. Before she knew it, she was answering its beckoning call. Jeffrey called her his inspiration, his muse, but had she won his heart forever, or was theirs a love as sweet and fleeting as the grace notes in his latest musical score? A stroke of genius. It's no secret, baby. Thank goodness. Okay. Well, I don't know if there's a crooked artist representative or something in there, maybe. Yeah. It looks like this one's called Southern Fire. Fire Down Below was already taken. And it is by Joe Calloway. It's number 376, so that's also 1985. And they're on the bayou. Spanish moss and everything. The chance to spend a summer ghostwriting the history of a small Mississippi town for two elderly belles, that's Belles, so they're like Southern belles, was the answer to Barbara Whitney's prayers. Putting a hectic year of teaching behind her, she anticipated a period of peace and grace. But from the very first, John Michael Stewart, the lady's nephew and the town's dashing attorney, made it clear that her presence was a declaration of civil war. Sparks flew until John Michael called an unexpected truce and sealed it with a passionate kiss. Golden-haired, honey-voiced, he was every inch the Southern gentleman, and bent, it seemed, on sabotaging her project with delightfully distracting picnics and moonlit walks. She'd vowed at the start that she'd never surrender, but how long could she resist his Southern fire? I'm guessing that there's like some sort of scandalous family secret, and that's why he doesn't want them to write their memoir. Let's see, we have a couple of comments here. Emily says, I'm just thinking about the people who work in the publishing office in the 80s writing these blurbs. Yeah, you know, it worked, yeah. Yeah, they, or the artists, or the writers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do we think? Artists Colony, he's a composer, she's a sculptor. Or he's trying to sabotage her efforts to write his town history.
Oh, the town history one.
This one? Yeah. We want to find out why. Why is it that that he doesn't want her writing it? Okay, so that one's getting gently tossed over to the other couch because I kind of want to read that one too. Maury says, how could she have a peaceful summer in Mississippi? All that hot humidity and bugs. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she's a teacher. Doesn't say what grade level, but it could be that, yes, even with the humidity and the bugs, that it's like less stressful than being in the classroom. Okay, and now we have... This has a very colorful sky, bright colors in the sky. It's Secret Intentions by Jean Hager. This is number 354, so also 1985. Those are some very, very pink clouds.
Well, they are.
Mm-hmm. It had been 8 years since Dr. Annabelle Dixon had laid eyes on Dr. Judd Westby, and still she couldn't forgive him for one fatal mistake in the operating room on the night of her beloved brother's death. Ooh. Now the renowned surgeon had returned to Charleston. Annabelle would be working side by side with the man she'd once loved more than life itself, and now hated passionately. Yet from the moment she first saw that craggy, familiar face, Annabelle knew that nothing and everything had changed. How could her heart race at the sight of the man who'd caused her so much pain? Why did his touch still leave her breathless? He's still a lousy surgeon, that's why. The last thing in the world she planned was to let Dr. Judd Westby back into her life. But how could she steel her heart against the man who'd vowed to do anything to win her forgiveness? I'll take you to Golden Corral. We'll go on a shopping spree at Walmart. I'll do anything. Okay. So that one and Barbara Andrews, Stand-In Lover. I don't know if this is actually whatchamacallit? Summary. This is 365. So wow, we're just really in the 360s. 363 rather. 1985. I don't know how bright. I don't know if this is a summary cover, but it is bright because he is wearing a rugby shirt that indicates his support of Ukraine. Although I'm guessing that that's not what it meant at the time. It's just blue and yellow.
Probably not.
It wasn't easy. Well, Ukraine was still part of Soviet Union at that time. It wasn't easy for Darcy Simmons having an aspiring actress for a sister, especially when she got dragged into one of her sister's schemes. Now her beautiful, spoiled, identical twin was gallivanting off to Hollywood, leaving Darcy to fulfill her contract at a Lake Michigan summer theater. Trained as a speech pathologist, Darcy soon realized that playing the part of a young deaf woman was only the beginning of her problems. Nick Cross, the play's handsome, temperamental director, had obviously meant a lot to her sexy, opportunistic sister. How was she supposed to keep up the charade when Nick's intimate, demanding touch left her trembling, confused, and woefully out of character? Pretending to be her sister was bad enough. Falling in love with Nick Cross was a dress rehearsal for disaster. Seduction by fraud. Yes, indeed. Gwen says someone should host a Harlequin flashback readathon. Sarah's like, not it. Another twins one, Maury says, that was popular in those. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily says, twins was practically a subgenre. LOL.
She's not wrong.
Okay, so what do we want to do here?
Oh, the
what do we
twins.
think I should do?
Twins.
Huh? Twins?
It sounds like a grown-up version of Sweet Valley High.
Right?
Yeah, they're even putting on a play. Okay. I assume that they must have done that at some point in Sweet Valley High.
Oh, probably 1,000 times.
Probably. There's a bajillion books.
Okay, now we have by Melanie Catley, number 336. So are we still 1985? Yeah. Comment from Maury. That is what I was thinking. Okay. A Vision of Love by Melanie Catley. I think there was something about her bright blue dress that made me think of summer. But it's bright color, so we're still good. He'd stolen her dreams. Hey, bring that one back. It was about Prince Charles, King Charles. She knew at the moment she walked into the Key West Gallery and saw his paintings. It was uncanny, as if a perfect stranger had seen into her very soul. But beautiful Christabel Bates had no idea that John White, in spite of every harsh condition she set to dissuade him, would become the perfect partner in an innovative interior design business suddenly grown successful beyond her single-handed ability to cope. Words are starting to lose meaning for me at this point. They were a perfect team. Too soon they were perfect lovers. But who was he? Where had he come from? And why had he mysteriously declared his studio off limits? On an exotic island gripped by intrigue, was he a drug dealer? An undercover agent? What did she really know of this man who locked her out of his life, even as she gave him the key to her heart? Sounds like another one I like by Kay Hooper called Breathless Surrender, which I first read when I was in junior high, and I have read it a couple of times since then, and it's just like, it always stuck with me. Vision of Love. And finally, our last contender. When Next We Love, oh, it's got a bikini and swimsuits. She's wearing a bikini. He's wearing a swimsuit. It's also Heather Graham.
Yay!
So we're going to have
Love
potentially
Heather
a conflict. We might have Heather versus Heather. There they are. I don't know who her beautician is, but they're very good. When Next We Love by Heather Graham. I'll never see things your way, Lee raged. Arrogant, imperious Derek Mallory, a famed English rock star, Derek and the Dominoes, watched her with mock surprise. Had he summoned her to his palatial estate on Star Island to offer her the chance to prove her own talent, or merely to punish her? And play your cards right, it'll be both. She was his best friend's widow. Oh my goodness. He would never admit the truth or stop blaming her for Richard's death. Like a cobra, his magnetic eyes hypnotized. Lee was lulled by his sleek, fluid grace, only to be struck by his swift, venomous attack. Oh my. As the hurricane ravaged the Florida coast, she was his prisoner, trapped in a storm of emotions. She ached for him, hated him. What did she want? Savage surrender or her own bittersweet revenge? So, Vision of Love, Mysterious Painter, or Rockstar?
Rockstar.
It's Heather Graham.
Of course,
But I'm going to keep that one on the. It's not going to the naughty corner. It's going to the nice couch. Gwen says, "Really, Star Island." Okay, so now we're going to do a couple of head-to-heads before the next sprint, so you can help me. Okay, A Season for Love by Heather Graham. I just kind of grabbed it randomly, so I'll make sure I don't put Heather against Heather yet. A Season for Love. Boy, both of these Heather Graham books have bikinis on the cover. This is the one. Wait, I didn't read this one, did I? I had read this one, but I hadn't. Witch, seductress, temptress. The words struck out in anger. They were not the words he had first used. Two strangers aboard a ship cruising at sea, their words, their kisses, their touch had been filled with a fierce, tender passion. And Ronnie von Hurst had abandoned herself so briefly to a love she knew she could never be. I would think it would be she knew she could never have. Oh, well. What was there to warn her that Drake, okay, would appear at her isolated South Carolina island estate? I wonder if it's also called Star Island. That she would have to receive him as an honored guest, that she would be powerless to explain, torn between the man who was her husband in name only, and the man she desired beyond anything in the world, the man who despised her as a faithless wife and loved her with a passion she alone could equal. Season of Love. I thought I had read that. I thought I had gone through all of these. Okay, I don't know what happened then. Oh, I know why I didn't read it. Because everybody was just like, it's Heather Grant. That's the one that wins. That's why I didn't read it. Well, now we know what it's about. Okay, so we're going to go that one versus The Shadowed Reunion by Lillian Cheatham. And this is the one where, she has a 4-year-old, and the 4-year-old finds out that Sasha, this dude, is his real dad. We're in Hawaii. She runs a craft store. Anyway. Okay. So it's like Second Chance with a baby. So we have Heather Graham versus Lillian Cheatham.
Heather Graham.
Sarah, you're muted, sweetie.
Heather Graham.
Okay. She advances to the next round. Gwen says, "The Love Boat, exciting and new." Yeah, come aboard. We're expecting you. Love, life's sweetest reward. The Love Boat. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. Okay, let's go Dare to Love Again by Rosemary Ferris. This is one we didn't talk about. Oh, I know why. This was one that was one I picked because Rosemary Ferris is Canadian.
Mm.
So it's not particularly summery. Summer Fling by Natalie Stone. Okay, this is the Oregon Dentist.
That one's more intriguing because that's very different.
Versus Jeweled Skies and Shimmering Sands. Simmering Sands. We put them into the kettle. This is the survival expert with the literary agent.
Oh.
Mm,
Dentist, survival expert.
Survival expert.
yeah.
Okay. And let's see. So, okay. I'm confused. Okay. Okay, okay. So now let's go with survival expert versus Rockstar by Heather Graham.
Oh, Rockstar.
Rockstar.
And identical twin shenanigans versus trying to keep her from writing the history of the small town.
Oh. I'm gonna go twins.
Same.
Okay. So that means we have 3 books to figure out when we come back from this final sprint of the afternoon. So, or maybe I'll throw in a 4th. Well, we'll decide after we come back. Because I think I'm ready to find out what's going on with His Highness's hidden heir.
Absolutely.
So, let's say it is almost the top of the hour, and I would like to finish this before we come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about we go until 10 till?
Sounds
So,
good to me.
50
Sounds good
minutes
to me.
past. That'll be a
Perfect.
nice lengthy sprint. Okay, now we're going to do the banners. Oops. Okay. It's like I have to show it and then hide it and then show it again for it to really understand. Okay. Anyway, so I'll see you back in about 50 minutes.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
It was the second long sprint and the last one. How'd you do?
Pretty good. I made it to chapter 22.
Nice, nice. Are you caught up with your buddy read?
Almost. I have like one more chapter left, so about 15 more pages.
Nice,
I'll be all
nice.
caught up.
I finished His Highness's Hidden Air.
Yay!
The other book I read by Danny Collins was Husband for the Holidays.
Mhm.
I liked it better than this. I still like this okay. It's like 3.5 and the other was 5. This is, I guess it's 3.5. I'll round it up to 4 stars. I didn't like it quite as much, but I still enjoyed it. And I felt like the reasons for him not to know she was pregnant were justified. So the secret baby aspect of it.
That's hard to do because so many
Yeah.
times it's like.
Yeah, and actually he finds out before she actually gives birth.
Right.
Let's see. Anita says, I'm on 30% in the Reflection Room by Cindy Kirk. Oh, so you made the switch. Okay, so last thing to do for the afternoon is to help me pick which of these 3 books I'm going to read.
Okay.
So first I'm going to have Barbara Andrews, Stand-In Lover. This is Identical Twin Shenanigans. Versus A Season for Love by Heather Graham, which is Cruise Gone Wrong. She has a husband in name only, and he thinks she's a faithless wife because he didn't know she was married, and she's like, well, yeah. So it's the husband in name only is not the male main character.
Okay.
So that's this one, and then this one is Identical Twin Shenanigans.
I think Identical Twin would be more fun.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay. So now the final head-to-head. The other Heather Graham with swimsuits on the cover. Versus Identical Twin Shenanigans. And this is the dead husband's best friend and bandmate because he's a rock star. Versus
Ooh.
Identical Twin Shenanigans.
Ooh. I would go Rockstar. Because Rockstar
by Heather Graham.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the winner, and that is 185 pages long. And
yay for a shorty.
Well, I mean, they're all short and it is from 1985. And what I think I'm going to do is I will read this one next week.
Yay!
And then in between sprints, well, I'll talk about what's happening in this book. And you can, if you're here, whoever is here, can help me figure out what my next read is, and we'll do more head-to-heads and goofing on covers, because I love to goof on covers and plots. So yes, so I will read this next week. So anybody who maybe people are interested to see how I do with that, whether they watch it live or watch it back later. And if you are watching it back later, or if you're watching it live, which is according to StreamYard, only one person is still here. If Kat is having a live stream this afternoon, when she starts, Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures, when she starts, it's like a lot of people like go over to her because I'm like the appetizer, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being Kat's. I'm fine with being Kat's opening act. It is a privilege and a pleasure. Anyway, and also if people are watching this back later, perhaps because Sarah encouraged them to, thank you for watching it back later. And if you're interested in my nonsense, you know where to find me. And I will be back next week to read this book, and we'll have more goofing on covers while I try to find my read for the following week.
It'll be fun.
So yes, if you want to see how I do with this Heather Graham, people in bathing suits, rockstar romance, and hopefully you'll be able to join me. We shall see. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? I'm glad you were able to join me again.
Yeah, I got my computer back finally.
I know I was missing you, and I was like, is she really like not able to join, or is this just like her way of saying that she doesn't want to, but she's too polite?
Oh, no. It was literally the day I got my computer back. I had a doctor's appointment the exact same time you normally go live, so I was like, darn it.
Oh yeah, because I think you told me you have like your regular doctor's appointment isn't every Wednesday, but it is on Wednesdays.
Yeah. The next one is the 8th. So I might be able to make that one, but I might be a little bit late, depending on what time I get out.
You know. Anita says, thanks for the sprint suck, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you. Back at you, babe. Hope to see you all
everybody.
Soon. Yes, hopefully. And next week, bikinis, rock stars. It's just a wild rock and roll time on Star Island or whatever. Was this the one with Star Island? I don't know. I'll let you know next week.
We'll yeah.
So, I hope everyone has enjoys the rest of Canada Day, if that's your jam. And I hope that if you are in the US, you have a safe, happy, and fun 4th of July. And that if you're like me and you have PTSD, your town is relatively humane about the fireworks, and you don't spend the entire time under the bed.
Freaking out, yeah.
Thinking,
that's why we go to the movies on the 4th of July.
The most peaceful time I had of it ever was when I went to Canada on like the 3rd, I think I went on the 2nd or the 3rd of July. So I spent Canada Day in the United States and Independence Day US in Canada. So I didn't. Anyway, so yeah. So I hope to see you next week, even if it is a little bit later. So. And thank you, everyone who joined me live. Thank you, everyone who's watching this back later, or people who are doing a hybrid. Maybe you joined me live and you're watching the conclusion back later because you're like, which book will win? It was this one.
I do that a lot. The hybrid.
Yeah. So, yeah. And do you have anything coming up?
I am finally going to be able to batch film because July is going to be banana pants busy. So I'm going to be batch filming for the month starting tomorrow. So I'm going to get back to my filming very, very soon.
Nice. Well, I am not doing Flip Through Friday this week because I did one last week, and I did one because it's sort of, we had Juneteenth was on a Friday, and then the federal holiday for 4th of July is on Friday because the 4th itself is on Saturday. So I split the difference, and last Friday I did a Flip Through Friday that was kind of both for Juneteenth and 4th of July.
Nice.
I went through, I have this book called Timetables of History, and I went through and I looked at what else was going on in the world. In 1776, when the 4th of July commemorates, and 1865, which was the original Juneteenth.
Yeah.
And so I looked at those, so it was kind of like a way to do both Juneteenth and 4th of July, and I just did it smack in the middle. I didn't want to privilege one holiday over the other, so that was fun. So I'm taking this Friday off from Flip Through Friday. I have something, I think it's currently scheduled to go up in a week. I have something I already filmed. It's a booktube tag. It's booktube numbers tag.
Yay.
So that's going to go up at some point. I might move where it happens. Yesterday I did my June arcs and July plans. So I didn't want to crowd the schedule out too much because I ended up posting like 11 videos, 3 shorts, and 4 live streams in June. So I was like, so I don't know what else I might film between now and next week that might go up. I don't know. We'll see. It's not going to be Christmas in July because that's not going to happen yet. I did do Christmas in June. That I went up a few days ago.
That I did watch.
Yeah. Huh?
That I watched. Your Christmas.
Oh, yes.
One.
Yeah, you too can watch Santa's Summer House with Riff Tricks. And watch Cynthia Rothrock not do any of the things Cynthia Rothrock is famous for doing. It's like just one little spin kick. I'm not even asking for a roundhouse. I just okay.
That just makes me think of Roadhouse.
How hard? She was supposed to be playing Mrs. Claus. How hard would it have been for them to have just Mrs. Claus hilariously working out beating the snot out of a boxing
And being a badass.
yeah. Just beat the crap out of a boxing bag. Why not? Why not? A heavyweight bag. Anyway, so I will hopefully see you next week, if not sooner. And I'm gonna cut it off now.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.